What's up, guys? I want to make this video because basically, recently I've hit sort of like a rock bottom in my life where, I've been behind on bills, money, debt is piling up. And I want you guys to check out my business channel where I'm doing a series where I want to make a few $1 million in cash over the next 4 years or so. Um, you guys know I've been an entrepreneur for pretty much my whole life. I've been doing this. You know, uh, I've been full time now for about almost 12 years, about 11 and a half years. And reaching this point in my life has been like kind of like an awakening, really, that life is short. I feel like the premise of the series is basically my 20s went by like that fast. You know, you talk to people that are older and they say that, life is short. We learn to more or less like trust our elders when they say shit like that. And I talk to a lot of older people and they say, man, like, my life has gone by like that fucking fast. And, you know, I don't want to leave this planet without having achieved my dreams. You know, um, so I'm going to be getting heavily into drop shipping. You know, heavily into drop shipping. And if you don't know what drop shipping is, it means you're basically selling other people's products for a premium to basically get the product in front of customers. And it involves running ads, it involves product research, and it's just, I'm 30. I just turned 31 this year, this month actually. And I see a lot of people who are in their like 50s and 60s that are doing real good financially. They've made a few $100 million or a few $1 billion or many tens of millions at least. And I've got a great plan for how I want to conduct my business career. But I need capital basically in order to do that. And, in terms of RuneScape, I love playing RuneScape. I love having a few hours a day to log on and play some RuneScape. But to me, that's like the easy way out. You know, RuneScape, is like, what is life really if I just sit here on disability and just play RuneScape for my whole life? That's not a life if you ask me. Going for 200 mil all skills over here on RuneScape is like, you know, uh, I don't believe in it. I don't believe that that's what God intended our lives to be. You know, um, I'm watching a lot of videos on drop shipping of these younger guys saying like, "Oh yeah, you could change your life with drop shipping in 3 months." People that go and make like millions of dollars a month or millions of dollars a year. doing drop shipping, you know. I just want to start getting very heavily invested in the sport of, you know, drop shipping so that I can afford um, the life that I basically want. You know, I want to get myself a nice house. I want to get myself investments so that I can afford my lifestyle. I want to start running ads to the pre-sale of stock in my primary company. Right now, I'm going for the seed box on Old School RuneScape. I think what I really want to do is I just want to max out on Old School RuneScape. You know, I want to max out on Old School RuneScape and basically just quit the game for a little while. I know it's probably not the best idea considering that I've got like, you know, a working YouTube channel over here. You know, I've been gaining like about a dozen subscribers every couple weeks. This week, I probably gained about 5 to 10 subscribers. I haven't really checked, but it's just reaching this kind of like a rock bottom moment in my life really like showed me that like the futility in sitting around waiting to get paid, and then you pay your bills and then you wind up behind on your bills, and it's really just like I want more for my life. I want more for myself. I demand more for myself. And you know, it's just it really is like kind of like sad, you know, that when you wind up behind on your bills and stuff, that it just can really like shake things up for you in such a way where it did for me. You know, where I was supposed to have a job starting Monday. You know, I was gonna leave behind my disability check and go and like get a job and stuff. Um, you know, it's just these past few months have been like piling up and piling up and piling up ever since I bought my own personal internet connection. I've had like bills, you know, for the first time in like a long time. You know, my money management company usually takes care of my bills for me. I wound up like a very small amount of money behind on my bills and I got charged a late fee. That's where for a couple weeks there I didn't really post any videos. So what I want you guys to do, if you don't, you know, mind, is go and check out my business channel. Is youtube.com/ you will know who the fuck I am is my business channel. um, I've got about 100 points left to go for my seed box, and yeah, it's been a hectic couple weeks, you know, considering I have all these addictions. You know, I'm addicted to soda, I'm addicted to nicotine, and trying to pull through with like, and to try to get ahead in life. is really like trying to pull like the root of like a really strong tree, like a really strong like bush, is like trying to dig up a tree from its roots, is like the first couple years you would think would be the hardest. Being in business, you would think that the first couple years would be like the most difficult years because the learning curve. When actually, for me, this year has been like the most difficult year because as I progress forward, I'm trying to learn new skills. I'm trying to learn coding. I'm trying to learn. I don't even have a car right now. Like, I have a car, but I don't have like my license. You know, I just went down to the BMV uh, last week and I got my state ID renewed. Um, yeah, it's been a hectic couple weeks, and it really like weighed down on me like this week that I need to make a move when it comes to money, you know. But everything in life is like a journey to get you to where you're going, I think. And that's where I say, like, when I wind up making like some serious money from stock investments, I want to be like the Grant Cardone of stocks in a way. You know, I want to be like sort of like a Grant Cardone of the stock market where I'm like the stock investing guy. You know, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably just going to sell my business. You know, I'm going to try to keep as much of my business as really possible. But my goal is really quite modest in terms of as modest can get is like $1 billion. That's my goal for my life is to invest $1 billion. Like when life gives you lemons, sometimes it's sour lemonade, and I'm very eager to get where I'm going. But these past couple years have been like really like these past 10 years or so have been really hectic. Ever since I got kicked out of the house at the age of 21, it's actually been precisely 10 years to the very day that I got kicked out of the house, of my parents' house. My adulthood has not been like full of like fun and enjoyment and like shit. My adulthood has not been like full of fun and enjoyment like it's supposed to be. Adulthood is supposed to be like fun and like is supposed to be like is supposed to be like a big party of having money and doing whatever the hell you want. And I'm hopefully predicting that by the time I'm like, you know what I'm saying, by the time I'm like maybe hopefully by the time I'm 40, I'll have like all the money that I could ever ask for. But I'm doing a little experiment for the next 4 years to see if I can find some success in drop shipping. You know, is um, So check out my business channel. You know, pretty much once I max on old school RuneScape, I'm gonna be quitting the game for a little while. You know, anyways, I got to get back to watching my drop shipping videos. The drop shipping challenge basically is going to be starting. Uh, I'm like backed up on bills for like a couple weeks, so um, you know, being backed up on bills is never good. So being like in the adult world, you know, good friends are hard to come by. Everyone just wants to get you in trouble, do drugs, drink alcohol, fucking. Even the corporations are supposed to be your friend. Like, it's me, I'm the corporation, I'm your friend, guy. You know, they just want to get you addicted to their fucking food and beverages and all the bullshit. Um, anyways, I've got about 100 points left until I get my seed box. So I'm going to be going live here in about 15, in the next couple hours, going to be going live. And other than that, you know, thank you guys for watching. If you want to watch a rising star reach the top, you know, check out my business channel. Anyways, I just want to say a prayer before I close out this video. You know, please, God, you know, if you can help me make my dreams come true, you know, that would be, I would be forever indebted to you. And it's been a hard couple weeks, and I just need you by my side now, pretty much big time. So, and to the people who are interested in watching my business channel, you know, uh, be prepared for some pretty cool shit, because drop shipping seems to be one of those things that, you know, it's been a pretty live topic in the entrepreneurship community for a long time. It seems to be one of those ways where you can make money that never really dies, at least for right now. You know, the whole plan is basically I want to use drop shipping as a way to come up with money for the pre-IPO sale of stock in my primary company. So, so yeah. Um, anyways, I'm gonna log off for like 20 minutes. I gotta take care of some stuff in real life. Um, I will be back. Check out my business channel. Bye bye.